It is my great pleasure to introduce Andy Sullivan, the head of Workplace Solutions at Prudential Financial. The title immediately signals that Prudential views its role differently than many other providers of retirement and insurance product. As you will hear from Andy and his colleague, Jamie Calamarides, who's on the panel later today, at its core, Prudential is a purpose-driven company whose values and mission have stayed true since their founding more than 100 years ago. Today, this purpose translates into a community-wide commitment to advancing financial wellness through their products and services, including their philanthropy and corporate social responsibility. It is exactly this quality that landed Prudential for the first time on Fortune's prestigious 2008 Change the World list, highlighting companies that have made a positive social impact through their core business strategy. We are grateful for Prudential's sponsorship of the Prosperity Summit, as well as for its investment in many of the organizations in this room. And since I'm told that Andy is a Navy grad, let me welcome him to the stage and turn the helm over to him.
Thank you very much. So I have to admit, I love nautical references. So thank you, Andrea, and thank everybody. Thank you very much for the warm welcome. And thank you for investing your time and energy today into such a meaningful and important event. You know, Prosperity Now's mission is to expand economic opportunity for low-income people and disadvantaged communities. And I cannot think of a more noble mission to bring all of us together. One that is at its core very purpose-driven, and Prudential is extremely honored to support that mission. The partnership between Prudential and Prosperity Now is in its 5th year. And over the course of that time, and it has been a great 5 years, we've invested over $5 million in grants and contributions really to create solutions to help America's most vulnerable families with both short-term and long-term savings needs. So we've supported programs like Campaigns for Every Kid's Future, the One-on-One Fund and Financial Security at Work, and we've done extensive work more recently on the All-in-One Savings Initiative. You know, all of these really seek out to have a meaningful and lasting impact on the lives of the most vulnerable. And for the past 3 years, we have been very, very privileged to be a sponsor of this event, an event that brings together so many like-minded individuals with a clear purpose in mind. You know, as Andrea mentioned, we were founded nearly 140 years ago, and Prudential was founded with a clarity of purpose that we still have today: to give working families a way to protect their financial wellness, to protect them against financial destitution that can happen when a working parent passes away. We've long recognized that investments could and should not only provide a financial return, but also have a meaningful and lasting social impact. Our impact investing programs, which we are very proud of, date back to 1976, which is right around the time that Prosperity Now was founded. For more than 4 decades, we've invested around $2.5 billion, supporting economic and social mobility in underserved communities. We've invested in things like lending for renewable energy facilities, municipal bonds in order to support schools and hospitals, support for development finance institutions, and for low-income housing tax credits. Along that journey, Prosperity Now has been a part of it with us. You know, while the world has changed a lot in the last decades, and in particular is changing even more radically and quickly today, Prudential and Prosperity Now are focused on the promise of economic independence. The desire for that and the promise for that have not changed. That is a constant. We at Prudential call that financial wellness. Yet, unfortunately, I think we would all agree that for far too many Americans, the path to achieving those goals is littered with obstacles. Ones that affect Americans very, very broadly across a major part of the socioeconomic spectrum. The obstacles are significant, and I know we all read the stats, but they are sobering. 2/3 of Americans, 2/3 live paycheck to paycheck. 6 out of 10 people do not have enough emergency savings for a $500 issue. From our research at Prudential, 45% of the employees that we serve tell us that financial matters are the greatest stressor in their lives. Shouldn't be that way in America. We simply must do better. We have to turn adversity into opportunity. We have to strive for economic independence for all. That's what makes us great. At Prudential, we believe that advancing economic opportunity is founded in the principles of financial wellness. And for us, financial wellness is about helping individuals adopt behaviors that enable them to have the behaviors in their day-to-day management of money, enable them to achieve their long-term financial goals, and enable them to protect themselves against the unforeseen risks that can really wreak havoc on their lives. We also believe deeply, and I in particular, given I run the Workplace Solutions Group, believe that the workplace and employers are an important avenue to help pave the path towards financial security and economic independence. But there's far too much work left to be done. You know, we are very, very privileged at Prudential with the populations that we serve. And because of the populations that we serve, we have insights from coal miners to CEOs, from the worker that greets you when you go into Walmart, to the forklift driver at Amazon that helps deliver your packages, to the nurse in Pennsylvania. We serve tens of millions of Americans, and I can tell you they need help, and they need it now. They need help with emergency savings and day-to-day money management. And I know many in the room are working actively to solve those issues, and I want to personally thank you for that. We need to keep working hard at this. They need help with retirement planning. They need help with disability insurance for income protection. They need programs and solutions that help close the gaps that are widening, helping them fund their children's educations, giving them access to affordable housing, and giving them access to the financial tools and capabilities that they need. And they need it now. I'm excited to see over the next couple days what solutions such a powerful and high motivated group of individuals will come up with to solve these issues. You know, with a challenge as great as this, it's going to take all of us. There's not one part of this ecosystem that can do it alone. Public and private, nonprofit and government, we have to work together if we're going to solve these issues to help all workers. So if your workplace is your car, or if you're one of the millions of Americans that work multiple jobs to make ends meet, or you're an individual in a startup trying to get a business off the ground, that every single one of those individuals has access to the basic building blocks: income, investments, and protection. We believe deeply that there is a crisis in America. There are simply far too many people that are one car repair, one broken furnace, one unforeseen illness away from significant financial disaster. We have to partner together, public and private, nonprofit and government. We have to challenge ourselves as a team every single day. And it begins by listening and understanding. That's where it starts. And then helping through education and guidance, through legislation, through innovation. We all have to do this, and we have to do it together. We really see this as our job at Prudential, and probably that's not even adequate. This is all of our purpose. It's why we get out of bed in the morning. It's why we do what we do. It's our calling. We are extremely proud and very humbled to be a part of this movement, to be so engaged with Prosperity Now, and to be a part of what we're all trying to accomplish together. You have our commitment from Prudential that we will work every single day to try and help every American achieve prosperity, and we will work hard so that they can achieve it now. Thank you, and enjoy the summit.